each and every one of you. It's a true testimony of an underdog. Man, I lasted the first fight with Demetrious Johnson 2 minutes and 36 seconds. And I felt like it was going that way that very first round too. When those calf kicks, man, really I couldn't plant, and I was forced to switch southpaw, but it actually helped me. And before all this, I said in order for me to beat the Demetrious, it had to do with distance, timing, and composure. And that's exactly how we took this fight. You know, I took this fight. He got to my legs, and that was okay. I wanted Demetrious to work, and man, this is surreal, man. This is surreal. This is a kid who grew up. Who was born, 10 miles away from the Staples Center, the ghetto streets of South Central LA, to Mexican immigrants, to being an Olympic champion at the age of 21, where my mother wasn't able to go to the Olympics due to her citizenship status, to her becoming a U.S. citizen about 8 years ago, and then me now, 10 years later being an Olympic champion, now carrying UFC gold. Man, it really is a dream come true. On August 19th, I became the youngest in history to ever win an Olympic gold medal, and on August 4th, I defeated the man, the myth, the legend, Demetrious Johnson, man. It feels super good. I had 3 goals in my life when I was 17 years old. I remember reading the book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And I remember writing my goals down, and my number 1 goal in life was just to be a good husband and a good father someday. That was number 1, as a 17-year-old kid. Number 2 was to be an Olympic champion, was to be the best in the world in the sport that I just love. And then number 3 was to be a UFC champion. And I've done 2 out of the 3. Probably harder than ever. It might be hard being a good husband and a good dad, but some of you guys are like, the Bachelor's next, baby. Bring them out. So what's up, guys? You guys did not forget to wish me a happy 4th year anniversary. 4 years ago today, on August 4th, I had a chance to beat the guy that I admire, man, to get a win over him. I'm talking about Demetrious Johnson, the myth, the legend, the guy with the most title defenses in UFC history. 11 title defenses going for his 12th, and what can I say, man? It was something that I've always wanted to do since I was a kid. I remember as a 14-year-old boy going out, 13, 14 years old boy. This is back in 2000, 2001. Going out and renting Hollywood videos to watch a lot of the sequences of UFC, from UFC 1 to like UFC, I think 16. Everywhere from Royce Gracie to Don Fry to Mark Coleman, Mark Kerr, all these guys who have made an impact in the sport of mixed martial arts. But anyways, the only reason why I say is because the inspiration started there. And I wanted to become a UFC champion, and that was the goal that I had since I was a 14-year-old boy, and now I'm 35. I had the ability not just to win 1 bout but 2. And just going back to the Demetrious Johnson fight, the reason why that fight was special was because I'll never forget being an undefeated fighter, being 10-0, and then eventually getting knocked out in 2 minutes and 36 seconds. I felt like I needed that. I felt like I really needed that chip on my shoulder, because it was something that I didn't have, that I actually needed in the sport of mixed martial arts. And the reason why I say that is because after competing close to about 1,000 wrestling matches, I was sick of competing. I was sick of, I've accomplished what I wanted to accomplish in wrestling, being an Olympic champion. It just doesn't get bigger than that. And when the Demetrious Johnson did beat me in that time, it was I was able to have that chip on my shoulder, which allowed me to travel the world and go to different places, and actually, making my training more business-like, letting go of a lot of my coaches. And, doing all that, the hard decisions that you had to make, but the right decisions that you had to make in order for you to become a champion. And it was the best decisions that I could have made. I think a lot of people tend to stay with their coaches for too long. I mean, if the coaches don't evolve with you or above you, then how are you going to get better? You're only as good as your leader is. So on August 4th of 2018, that's when I was able to accomplish my dream of not just beating Demetrious Johnson, but also going through adversity in that first round, spraining my ankle, getting hit in the peroneal nerve. And I remember me thinking, man, this is about to be deja vu again. This would just hit me in the peroneal nerve. I'm about to go limp once again. and he's gonna stop me again in the first round. It may not even be 2 minutes and 36 seconds. You see what I'm saying? So I was able to overcome that through the desire of not losing, of not going out like that again, to be able to hold my composure and being able to win, the majority of the rounds. And I tell us Demetrious Johnson all the time, is like, I wasn't a better fighter than you that night. You know why I beat you, Demetrious Johnson? It's because I was a better competitor. I just knew how to steal rounds. I knew how to convey. I felt like I controlled the majority of the fight. Yeah, you may have hit me more, but I controlled more of the space of the time that we actually had together. I think the takedown was a difference. I think my act towards the end of the round that won me the 5th round and me bumping my fist was a difference. I mean, anybody can. I wouldn't be mad if they would have ended up giving you that fight that night. But luckily, I got the win. And it's cool now to be able to be, friends with Demetrious, because he is a dude that I admire. And, he has a fight coming up, and I just feel like it's cool for me to be a little part of when it is that he fights. I believe it's August 26th over in Singapore. And I'm just happy to be part of that journey that he's had, that foes have become teammates and friends, and it's amazing, man. The most important day to me, the most important win to me to this day is today, on August 4th of 2018. So thank you guys for watching. That's my breakdown. I want to thank all my fans, everybody who believed in me. History ain't done yet. So you guys make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Triple C is out! So thank you guys again for watching. It means a lot to me. So you guys remember, there's more breakdowns, there's more technique, there's more tactics, and there's definitely more cringe. So make sure to subscribe and click on that button. I'm out!